Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I thought I would go over some of my favorites from the month of April. These are things that you've probably seen before. I don't think anything really is new. They're just things that I have been really loving using. I tend to fall into that whole find something you love it, use it for the next 3 years until you find something else. And so that's kind of, that's why my favorites are not so exciting every month, because I just get into that rut, or you find something you love and you want to use it, and you use it up, and then you buy it again, and then you use it again. So that's that. Anyway, I will tell you that I am done with my L'Oreal True Match LUMI. I love this foundation. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I am an oily skin person. But it gives me the dewiness that I have always wanted, but could never achieve because I am so oily. The only problem is I do have to powder a ton. So touch up is, very necessary, and it's necessary almost every 2 hours, if not on the hour. So it's kind of sad that I love it so much, but I really can't use it. It's not good for my skin. Or it's not that it's not good for my skin, it's just not good for my skin type, if that makes any sense. But if you are dry, by all means, try this foundation, the True Match LUMI Healthy Luminous Makeup. I think it is excellent, and if I had dry skin, I think I would love it. I actually really like it. I like to put my foundation on in my T-zone, like a different foundation, and then use this everywhere else. I just think it gives me really good coverage, and I love it. So I'm done with it, and it's sad to say that I will not be able to use this into the summer, in the warmer months here in Houston, because it just gets way too humid. We've been pretty lucky up until now. It's been pretty cool, actually. So I really had not noticed how it has worn through humid days until recently, and I don't really care for it. So love, love, love it, but I can't wear it because I am so oily. So done with that. There's literally nothing comes out when I pump it. I've kept it an extra week just to be able to do my favorites because I like it. I love it, and I hopefully will go back to it as soon as it gets cooler and it's not so humid. So what did I go back to? My good old trusty MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I am shade NC15. In this one, I am shade W12 Warm, Porcelain, or Light Ivory. I go back to this all the time. What can I say? It's just one of those I will always have in rotation, no matter what other foundations I've got going on. This one, and definitely the Smashbox, will always be in my foundation repertoire. I just love it. I love it. There's nothing, I can't complain about it. My only thing is I'm always on the search for something else, something better, and that's a fault that is very much mine. I know it's any beauty junkie's fault, is you're always, you'll find something that's great, but it's not great enough, or it's wonderful, there's nothing wrong with it, but you're still looking for something else. It's just, that's how it is. But definitely the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, especially if you're oily, I can put it on and not touch up until, mid-afternoon time, and I like that a lot, that I don't have to touch up that much. So definitely loving this. It works good in the humid months too. This, which I will never ever use it completely because I've had it that long, and it's my Fix Plus by MAC. You can see that it is in the old MAC packaging because I've just had it that long, and I go through periods where I won't touch it for literally a month at a time, and then I just can't get enough of it. Like, I'll use it every day for another month, and then it sits on my counter for another month. It's literally one of those, I use it and then I'm like, oh yeah, I love that stuff, and I use it again. And I use it to set my makeup when I'm all done, like everything's done, I've powdered, everything is set, and then I use this to set it, and I love it. It makes your makeup just kind of adhere to your face. It wears better throughout the day. For me anyway, it does. I just love it that much, and like I said, I don't know when I'll ever use it. I swear, I think my husband fills it with water when I'm not looking so that I won't be repurchasing it all the time because it's water. I don't know, but it literally, I've still got like this much. It's lasted me forever, and you can tell by the packaging how old it is. Okay, my MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in Radiant Rose. This is my second one. I love it that much. And somebody asked me whether I prefer highlight with liquid or powder. Both. This I love right here in this dark area. I have like a line of dark area right there. I just draw a little line underneath my concealer, and then I do concealer on top, set that, and then I take this and I will run it on top of my foundation after I've done my foundation, on top of here to highlight that area, here to highlight this area, and then down the center of my nose, and then right here my Cupid's bow. Then I will set with finishing powder, or whatever I'm setting my face with, and I'll go in with powder highlight. That's just, I like to double, triple highlight like that. No, I'll go in with the powder highlight after I've set my makeup on top of my blush, and do it again up here, down my nose, and then right here, and then of course up here. So I like them both for very different reasons. Underneath, I like to layer. I guess that, I like to layer. That's my thing, I guess. Okay, so next would be concealer, since I'm talking about it, and I have had a sample of the CoverFX Extra Light Concealer. I've got several samples that I've been working from. I've had this sample for about a good month and a half now, and I've been playing with them, really trying to get a feel for whether or not that is the concealer I am looking for, if you will, for my under eye area. And this concealer, it's the CoverFX. You can see why. I mean, it's such a generous sample. There's a lot of it. I just dab it on my finger, and literally just that little bit is enough for, to conceal my areas. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful concealer. It's supposed to be able to cover tattoos. I can see how it would do that. For some reason, in my dark circle areas, when I first do it, I love it. I love it for about the first hour, maybe 2 hours. And then I will start to notice a shadow that I get. It just kind of happens. I don't know if it's not supposed to wear away, so I don't know exactly what's going on, or it oxidizes or something, but it does start to almost kind of pull off of my skin a little bit once it's dry and set, and it's really been on my face for an hour or two. It does that, and that's what I don't like, because then 2 hours after I've done my makeup, I've got these raccoon circle, not strains, but like lines right here, and it's just right here. It's like, I have that triangle, but I've got a really dark line right there, and it's a shadow that is there, I guess, because of my skin and my face. It's where like my under eye meets the rest of my face, I guess. So I love, love, love this foundation, this concealer. It is wonderful for everything else, and I honestly could see where it covers a tattoo, because it is that thick. So like if you had something, I don't know, on your arm or your back, or I don't know, wherever you would put a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. Wherever you would put a tattoo at, I would, you could cover it with that, and I would see how that would help. Or like if you had like a port wine stain or something on your face that you wanted to conceal, that is not directly in your under eye area. Maybe it's just me and I can't use it in my under eye area. And it's not that I can't use it, it just does not, it starts to pull off, it starts to wear off very, very early compared to some of the other concealers I've worn. Why do I want to call this a foundation? Anyway, so that is that. Yeah, if I get icky when it comes to tattoos, it's because I cannot. I am one of those people who is like terrified of needles. Terrified of needles. I don't even like shots. I can't stand to get a shot. I can't stand when I have to take my kids in to get any kind of I just can't. I hate needles. And if my mom had not have pierced my ears when I was a baby, I would never have done it on my own. Never. I am one of those people that is just terrified of any pointy object coming at me. So I cringe when I see a tattoo. I cringe when I think about tattoos. I cringe when, and it's not like, ugh, gross, it's one of those like, you had to go through all that like with a needle. It just, really, it gets me. I get, I don't know, it's like, you get scared. I get, okay, anyway, it gives me the heebie-jeebies to think about it. I'm one of those sissy, like, people who does that. It's inherited. My dad does it too. We cannot tolerate anything like that. So, okay. Not that I'm against them. It's just, I can't, myself, can't tolerate the thought of it even. So, that's that. Okay. One thing that I will share with you that is a sample, it's not even a full-size product, but I received it as a sample, I want to say, when I got my birthday gift from Sephora, I bought, I think, 2 lipsticks as well, and then I had like 500 beauty points, so I used them on some sample stuff that they had. This was one of them, and it's the Sephora Anti-Shine Foundation Primer. And just a little bitty bit, like a little dot, and I am in love. I mean, seriously, I've used it like 5 times now, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 times as a primer, underneath my foundation to keep my makeup on, and it lasts the entire day. And if you're oily, it really keeps that oil at bay. I mean, literally, I don't know, it's one of the only primers, I can tell you that does that, because I've got lots of primers. I've got, my favorite one is the Hourglass primer. That is that's my favorite primer. This does a better job at controlling the oil. The primer, Hourglass, it keeps your makeup on your face. Like all my makeup right here will be on my face the whole day when I wear that Hourglass primer. But this keeps it right here, which if you're oily, you know that your nose is the first to go, and it gets shiny, but then you'll see the foundation literally rolls off your nose and you'll have these like splotches. Okay, this keeps that together. It literally holds everything on my face. And I've tried Sephora brand products before and I've never really been too keen on them. This is excellent. So I really do plan on repurchasing this, or not repurchasing, but purchasing when I run out of the sample, because I really love it. I don't wear a primer every day, not, you know, for like work and all that. I mainly wear them on the weekends or when I dress up. So, you know, I mean, you don't really need one, but if you did, I guess I like this one. It works for me and my oily skin. So there's that. Next would be blush, and I am a fan of layering everything, highlighter, blush, everything. I layer, 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 because that's what keeps everything on my skin. So one of my favorite products to layer is the Revlon PhotoReady Blush and Flushed, and it's just a cream blush, and if you're scared of cream blushes, I don't blame you. I have been, still am, for the longest time. You just really kind of need to learn how to work with it. What I do is I put my foundation on after, you know, concealer, everything, foundation. While my foundation is still very damp, I will take this with my Real Technique stippling brush, dab it in there, and then dab. When you apply a cream blush, if you have perfect skin, feel free to rub it in and just, you know, get it in that skin, work it in there, rub it in. If you have things that you don't want peeking through your foundation, tap. Just tap on top, tap, tap, tap. Do not pull the skin or, you know, don't buff, just tap. That's all I do. Then I will take my regular blush, and the one I've been loving this month is the Tarte Adored, which looks like this. Love it. Then I'll take my regular blush, and with my other blush brush, my regular blush brush, I will put it on top, and I love the way that looks. And then I'll set with powder. So the secret is when you apply a cream product, make sure your skin has not been set with powder or anything that dries it. Make sure that it is still damp or dewy. Apply that product and then put that drying powder or whatever on top, and that's how I work with cream blushes. So, okay. Next would be eyeshadows. I am still stuck, and I'm sorry, I know I've done this like third month in a row, stuck on my Urban Decay Naked Basics eyeshadow palette. Love that. I love every color in there. Now, for variations, sometimes I need to break it up. I will take that, use the shadows on my lids, and then grab another color. This month, or in April, it was really Satin Taupe. I wore that so much, and it was just like in that outer crease area, or I would use it as a crease color all over. But I love it. And this color just on its own, sometimes with that Venus highlight shade, this one right here, with Venus, this all over, I love. Satin Taupe is just a really good, it's a very well-rounded MAC eyeshadow color. Love that. Okay, next would be eyeliner. Now, I am loving the Lorac Pro Cream Eyeliner in black, and it's just a cream, it's a very true, you know, cream black eyeliner. And the brush for this is in here. Now, I love that brush, but I have learned that if you want to get the perfect cat eye or winged liner, to use a flat brush like this. This is an e.l.f. eyeliner brush, and you stamp it on your lid. So you get the color on there, you take this, you put it at the edge, you get that long line, put it at the edge of your eye, and you stamp the first one, and then you bring it up a little, and you stamp the second one, and you'll get this cat eye or the wing that's empty in the center. It's just been stamped on both sides. Then you can fill it in, and it gives you the absolute most perfect eyeliner ever. I mean, literally. And it's just because it's a straight line, so it extends your line, your lower lid, or, you know, because you're trying to extend this right here. It extends that perfectly. And any more than this right here, the width of this, would be too much for my eye, or pretty much anybody's eye. And then you just bring it like this to extend the top lash line like that, and fill it in, and it's perfect. So that is how I have learned to create the eyeliner that I like. And I just think the, you know, a flat top brush like this is great. I've got Smashbox versions of this, I've got Real Techniques versions of this, and I've got the e.l.f. one. And honestly, all three of them, they're, you know, such different prices. This I think is what, $2 because it's the professional e.l.f. brand. They work as well as each other, so I don't have a preference when it comes to that. This one works as well as the more expensive ones and vice versa, so loving that. Okay. And my lipstick for the month of April has been, or was, the Matte Cream Sheen in Creme Cup. Now, there should be a program for parents whose children ruin their lipsticks. Literally, there should be like a, I'm so sorry, that sucks so much, here's your lipstick replaced nice and pretty. There should be a program for that, because my son has destroyed so many of my lipsticks. He just opens them and sticks his finger in there, and it's like so much fun, and so yeah, it's ruined. And I've been, you can see it's like everywhere. I've been like dabbing it on my lips to use it because I just love it. I love it so much. But it's ruined. So yeah, it's the MAC Creme Cup. He also destroyed my Angel and one of my Yves Saint Laurent ones, and then another one, I think it's another MAC one. It's a bright. I can't think of what color it is. But it's so annoying. And it's like, I don't know, I try to keep them away from him, and for some reason he just ends up with a lipstick sometimes. And he knows, because he'll get it and go like into a corner somewhere and play with it. And then when I find him, I'm like, what are you doing? No! And it's always like when you're distracted, of course, you know, like you're doing something or you're watching, or I'm at work and I'm on the phone and he's like in the corner with the lip. Yeah, it's annoying. Okay, anyway, so that's that. There should be a program for kids, for parents, right? Whose kids destroy their lipsticks. Please tell me you agree, because it's heartbreaking. Anyway, okay, one of the last things I wanted to share with you is just an article of clothing, and I got this at Target the beginning of April, I want to say. It may have been the end of March, I really don't remember, but it is a blouse that I have worn so much, it's ridiculous. Like, I would wear it every day if I could. If people wouldn't notice, I would. Yeah, I would. And it's only because I strongly detest, I won't say hate, because that's too strong. No, I do. I don't like floral. I don't like floral patterns. I don't like them at all. I don't like looking like a couch, like Kim Kardashian looked at the MET Awards. That's couch style, and I'm not into couch style. And florals tend to bring that back to me, the couch style. Or I don't know, it reminds me of my grandmother's wallpaper growing up, like the floral wallpaper. Yeah, I just don't like floral. And I've been one of those people who has shied away from floral for so long. And this shirt, when I saw it at Target, really stuck out at me. It was floral. At first I was kind of like, ooh, it's floral, I don't like it. But then it really grew on me. The colors and then just the pattern, I think, because it's such a mix of, I'll show it to you before I, see, you've got big flowers, and then you've got little flowers, and then you've got, you know, these, it's just a mix, and it's so multicolored. The colors are that vibrant grape and turquoise and white and orange, and then it's, you know, the print itself is more watercolor almost. You can see where it's, you know, it's just almost watercolor. So although I really don't like floral, I'm not sold on floral still. This shirt kind of brought me into floral a little bit. I still will not wear a lot of other floral things that I see, but this one just kind of breaks it up for me, and I mean that because it's like stamped on white. So the white peeks through, you see a lot of white, and then it's got the white, you know, like this top panel, and it's got the white collar, and then, you know, it kind of goes into white down here. So for me, it breaks it up a little bit, and I think if you need to incorporate a trend, or you want to incorporate a trend, find a way that you can break it up. If you're not comfortable with it, that it can be broken up, you know, like this, so that it makes it comfortable for you. And so that, you know, makes this shirt comfortable for me. The colors, the way the print is, the fact that it's got white to break it up, all just kind of work together to really make me comfortable with the shirt and like it. And I just really do. I like it for very casual looks with just a pair of shorts. And then also, you know, dressier looks. You saw me wear it with a pencil skirt for Mother's Day. Blue jeans, skinny jeans. I love it for all different kinds of occasions. I've layered it with a sweater where all you see is the bottom peeking out. It looked really pretty with just the white collar at the neckline. Gorgeous. So loving that. And like I said, it was from Target. They had this particular shirt in a bunch of different colors, like a lime green and a pink and a bunch of different colors, and this is just, you know, the one that I went for, and it's the Mossimo brand. I buy the small size shirts. Sometimes that is even too big, like the armholes right here will be really, you'll see like a bra and you have to wear a camisole. So I would suggest trying on if you're looking to purchase anything from that line, because the sizing tends to be kind of funny. And the other thing I wanted to mention, do your hangers do this? Like if you have these slimline hangers, do they do that? It's so annoying. All of my slimline hangers have kind of popped in that one area. It's like a stress point, and they've just popped there. And so I've got all these. Some of them have, even this bar down here has come off completely, so it just looks like that with no bottom. It's annoying. And these are the Real Simple brand ones from Bath and Body Works, I think. No, Bed Bath & Beyond. I always get confused. Anyway, so there's that. Do your hangers do that? That's annoying. Okay, so that's my favorites. 20 minutes worth of favorites. I talk way too much. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.